All right. Second ever Sowcast. This Sowcast is brought to you by none other than, I guess I should just hold up the drink, Wendy's. Because we're a bunch of sows.
Yeah.
So Little Caesars the first time. Second time, we're going to be going with Little Wendy's. That Wendy's has a lot of history with it. With the Bucks win, or when we love Wendy's, love the Bucks. Probably the most hype I've ever seen. Mark Moresi was at that Wendy's for free Bucks tickets.
Fun fact: same owners that own that Wendy's. We used to former employers.
Oh,
of ours.
Junior
Bridgman owns that Wendy's.
See, love Wendy's, love the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
We were a little late to that free ticket session for the home opener like 3 weeks ago, or 4 years ago, maybe more than that. And Mark was like, "Oh, love Wendy's, love the Bucks, love Wendy's, love the Bucks." And I think Joe Wilgus was there
at this Wendy's.
Yeah, that Wendy's. And Eric Burton, I think, was there. I think it was us four. And me and Eric were in the back, like, "Fuck it, we're not getting tickets." But Mark was fucking ready to go, and he got the tickets because he loved Wendy's and he loved the Bucks. We're in a Target parking lot now because it's a little better lighting. Mm-hmm. This Target, I bought my Nintendo Switch here, so we're hitting all the spots in Bayview. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so the item that we got is, I forget what it's even called.
I think it's called the Big Bacon Cheddar Cheeseburger.
The Big Bacon Cheddar Cheeseburger. And before we get into any fancy talk, obviously we gotta take a bite of this.
Okay,
and the drinks.
Okay.
Because we're a little.
We got a little.
So Jake told me there were Rick and Morty drinks here. I didn't even know that was a fucking thing.
That's how big of a sow I am.
We can only say the F word twice, otherwise we lose monetization. By the way, so these are Rick and Morty drinks. I got the lemon lime,
and I got the berry one.
Jake got the berry one, and that's pretty good. Mm-hmm. I mean, honestly, it tastes almost like the limeade from Sonic. Is what it reminds me of. Little kind of carbonation, sizzling to it.
It's a form of mellow yellow.
So this burger, it's got some kind of bun that has like cheddar on top. It almost looks like a croissant, but I can tell you it doesn't feel like a croissant. Wow. It's got bacon, some kind of onion tangles and sauce.
This looks better than I thought it would.
It looks pretty good, so let's go ahead and give it our first bite here. Oh, God.
Is there barbecue on this?
I think it's just the bacon.
Wow.
Definitely tastes like a Wendy's burger.
Remember I was going to get a double?
We had the moment of like, do we get a double? And they asked us, 'cause I didn't know it was available. I'm glad I didn't. But it definitely tastes like a Wendy's burger. I think the first bite, I didn't give it enough of that sauce that's on there. I'm going to give it another bite here.
The sauce is great. Do we score this?
Yeah.
Do we wait till we finish it?
You can kind of go up and down with it. I don't care. However you want to do it.
My initial thoughts. It's a little salty, which it's fresh.
It's kind of like the calzone. It was a little salty. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's a good call. Oh, also, I forgot to take off my work shirt because I wanted to make sure I wear the same white tee every time I.
It's the same exact white tee?
Yep.
How do you know?
Because I didn't wash it. Any stains that come on this thing, I'm going to keep on. No, I'm kidding. But I do like the white tee look, so I'm going to do that. Yeah,
so
it is a little salty.
It's a little salty, but it's good. As far as fast food burgers go, because that's the criteria it's under, fast food burgers. I'm going to so far give it like a 7.2. I got to keep eating. But I think it's solid.
I think I want it to be saucier.
Like more sauce?
Like whatever the sauce is, maybe that would offset the saltiness, but like, I don't know, when I think of like you want juicy sauce. I'm not sure why that is. Like, I feel like there's plenty of the sauce on there, but maybe I just want like ketchup or something or mayo. Maybe I just want a Baconator, because that's like a 9.5 out of 10.
Actually, we also got just kidding.
We also got a bacon. No, yeah, I would have died in Target. So yeah, so we'll keep on eating this, and We also got fries and a 10-piece nugget
A little bonus
because you
review.
have to be a Sow if you're on the Sowcast.
You want to ask a few questions? And
Yeah, let's ask a few questions here. I give a couple pre-ones to Jake so he can do his own little research. But one thing right away that I noticed when I was thinking of questions was how many 2-2 teams there are. There's 8 total.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to see which 2-2 team is your favorite, and if you want to say it, you can say which one you think's the worst.
I do.
Yeah, I figured you would.
Okay, I have 2 favorites because I think it's a little cheesy to make your own team your favorite.
I knew you weren't gonna pick yourself, but you wanted to pick yourself.
Well, that's my first choice, is myself. I really do think I have the best 2-2
Oh, I'm
team.
sure you do.
Well, I'm weak at running back, for sure. I'm going to have to find a fucking guy to put in a running back to every week. But the rest of my team's so solid that I got unlucky last week, and I think that'll be okay. But if I weren't going to pick myself, it's not really about me. I'm going to, well, of course, after this massive week he just had, but I really do like Nick's team. I think they have a lot of
I think
upside.
he is the highest scoring in the league, if I'm not mistaken.
He does, yeah. He does have the highest scoring, and he scored 180 points last week or whatever. But just Justin Herbert is just so,
Herbert.
yeah.
Verbatim.
Montgomery going down, that sucks for him. Also,
does
did you
suck.
see that waiver thing today?
Yeah, you got
51 to
Sands.
51.
Damn, I'm
Fuck
Jake.
out of here, Nick.
Damn,
What is that
Jake.
shit? Honestly, I'm happy. Fuck the Bears. But but Adam Thielen, like, that's his wide receiver 2 or 3. Like, I just Metcalf, McLaurin, and Thielen. Thielen's a touchdown machine.
He owns a touchdown machine, but he also, like, last week Nick finally didn't have a touchdown with him, and that's when he gets those 7-point weeks.
True.
And how long can you keep on he just keeps on getting touchdowns though.
Yeah, but they're gonna throw a lot, right? Like,
Yeah.
maybe not. I mean, they have I don't know.
But
I like this team.
His team's really good.
Yeah, and yeah, I just think it's an all-around pretty solid team. So I think that's a pretty good one. And sorry to tell you, but the team that I like the least, and I think you had ranked pretty low before too, is, and I think you might have, maybe you beat me, but I think Matt, I'm concerned about your team, man. Like Rodgers is awesome for regular football, but I just think the game plan for the Packers this year is not to rely on him a lot. They're running the ball a shit ton, and he's going to be efficient and he's going to throw some touchdowns, but big yardage isn't going to be there every game, most games. And Hopkins, I'm a little worried about too. I mean, he's a stud. He's the best wide receiver. He might even be the best player on that team or second best.
They've been dishing it around.
But they've just been dishing around. There's too many cooks, right? I mean,
Yeah.
AJ Green gets 6 targets literally every
Every
game.
week he's got
every
6.
week. And what's the other guy? Moore.
Yeah, Rashawn Moore or something.
Sean
Eric
Moore,
has
yeah,
him.
yeah, he's a big guy, and it's just they're spreading the ball around, and I'm a little worried about him. And then your running backs are like awful. Like if Zach Moss and Josh Jacobs can't be your starting 2 running backs.
Yeah.
And Melvin Gordon's getting pushed out, and yeah, so your best hope is probably Kenneth Gainwell. But I worry about your running backs, Matt, and as bad as mine are.
That was the
but-
story from the start. We all knew it. Was he had to have a they had to have a running back, but we had so many sweet and sour and honey mustard things. They must have
loaded us up. with
must have had a
sauces.
couple extras. There's a ghost pepper. I'm gonna try the ghost pepper. I've never had this before.
So yeah, that's the.
So that's yours.
Yeah, that's mine. Did you answer this question?
I
too?
did. I did answer it. I don't really have the worst off the top of my head, but I do have my favorite off the top of my head, and it's not just because he just beat me, but Alex's team I think is very, very solid. I mean, Kyler Murray is definitely like the best fantasy quarterback. I think he's just been unbelievable to watch everything about him. Obviously, Godwin can be up and down week by week. That's the one thing with like Jacoby Myers as well. But he has AJ Brown on the bench who's hurt. So you put Godwin and AJ Brown with Zeke and Henderson, and Henderson's coming back now. Gonna have a huge workload. I feel like.
Yeah, but Jacoby is just getting targets.
Yeah,
this year,
and
isn't
Jacoby's fine. Like,
he?
he's not gonna like.
9, 6, 12, and 14.
He just had never had a
14, 12.
receiving touchdown in his career, but he just nonstop gives you 15 points. And if he starts getting touchdowns, I don't know. I just like Alex's team for consistency. Obviously, Knox for Buffalo, the tight end, just is all of a sudden getting touchdowns as well. So yeah.
Yeah,
I like it.
Jamar Chase, like.
And I'll just do a quick rundown. I mean, since he's in my division, I can say I don't like Mark's team, but I actually kind of do like Mark's team. It kind of changed because Cooper Kupp has just been outer godly, and Dak's obviously healthy. Those two can win you any week. Yeah, maybe I don't like Brad's team. That might be the one that he seems to like. Chris Carson seems lost in the sauce, just like I am lost in this ghost pepper sauce right now. Chase Edmonds kind of. I don't know really how his role is going along, but yeah, I would say those two. I don't want to dive too deep into why Brad's team I don't like, but
I'll tell you what I don't like, Brad, is that trade. That's such a huge trade, Brad. Trying to trade Gronk. Come on, look at his stats, dude. Like, he had a ton of touchdowns. Come on, man. And he's so old. You love old guys.
you do love old.
Yeah.
You love old men, Brad. Always keep that old man vibe.
Cordell, and you even love Cordell, and then you got rid of him. I don't know. Weird play, but in my opinion,
It was weird play, but
but that's okay.
sometimes you gotta make those weird. I mean,
At least you're trading.
yeah. I was to say I didn't even know that trade went. It never. I mean, you'd think Yahoo would update you like, oh, a trade has happened in your league. It tells me when fucking someone drops a defense. I think it would tell me that.
Yeah. Wait, can I do one
Yeah,
ghost
yeah.
pepper?
One of the ghost
We're also
peppers.
doing a side sauce review.
Yeah, the ghost pepper was
the
took
best
away
sauce.
They took away the sriracha, so I went ghost pepper.
It's ghost pepper ranch. Did you know that?
Mhm.
Okay, I just found that out.
Spicy. I would have rather just had the sriracha, but it's pretty good. Not gonna lie, I would give it one of the better ratings.
We haven't tried the others.
Well, of the ones I've tried before.
Woo! Woo!
It's pretty. It's hot, but not. I mean, I like hot food, so I
Cool.
can't.
If it's not burning your butthole, it's not doing it.
But I think the sriracha might have been hotter. I really do, which disappoints me a little bit.
Okay.
You see these sauces? That's the best sauce holder right there. I'll show that to you guys later. But going back to the burger,
What do you think about the burger?
I think it's staying at like a 7. I really do.
Rookie score, but that's fine.
Maybe it's because, like I said, I just want the bacon here.
Should we go
But-
back?
Let's go back.
So we gotta tell you guys this story. We got to, I got to Wendy's after Ben did. Ben was in line. I parked at Wendy's, got out of my car, skipped the line because there was a car behind Ben, and I just went into Ben's car. So like, the people are probably like, "What the fuck are these guys doing?" And then the car in front of us, it's a cop car. It's not a cop. We never thought it was a cop. It's just one of those fuckers that buys a cop car. And like, we're sitting there in line. And the guy opens his door, the driver. He opens it. And he looks back at us, and he's like, "That's what we think." He did like like he thought we were like getting in here to fucking chief and then go to Wendy's.
Which we should have, but
Yeah, but he was like, he thought he was being cool, and it was
I don't
kind of
know,
funny.
or like we weren't sure if he was trying to be like, "Oh, I'm not a cop, don't worry." But we're
Yeah.
like, "Okay, we're just ordering Wendy's, sir."
Yeah,
So
and you're clearly also
we're just a
not
bunch of
cop.
fucking sows. And yeah, like believe it or not, the thing that had a Star Wars bumper sticker is not a cop.
Yeah. And then afterwards, I went to go get my car to come to Target, so I got out of my car, and the people behind me must have just been like, "Did that guy just get into their carts to get in front of me to skip the line and
Get
then
out
get
and
out?"
go home.
That's the fucking what a douche. So, but
So
it's
that was our
damn good
yeah.
Wendy's.
I mean, that's what you get when you go to Wendy's in Bayview. You get cops and skipping lines. But yeah, so we'll move on to the next question, which is a question we've often had, and I think I've heard Jake's opinion on it, but we got other viewers outside of just our fantasy football league, and maybe some of you guys don't know this one either, but it's just, what do you think percentage-wise in fantasy football is luck, and what's skill?
I had my answer written down, but I was thinking on the way, and I think I changed my answer.
Ooh.
But I don't know now.
Yeah?
I think it's around 60-40. Somewhere around there. 60%, well, what I wrote is 60% skill, 40% luck. And then
Okay.
on my drive over, I was thinking, is it the other way? Because just think about, but then you realize Logan sucks every year. So
He does.
yeah, Logan sucks every year. And there's some people that like, I feel like Eric and you guys, you're good every year. So I'll say 60% skill, 40% luck. What about you?
I range on this side of a little more luck than skill, so I think I'm going like 70-30 for luck, or like 75-25, because I do think there's some amount of luck that you can
75% luck?
Yeah,
Wow.
I do think it's like 70 to 75. I do think there's a lot of skill involved, but that's why I say 35. But you can I always think like you can draft the best team ever, but Jerry Jeudy gets hurt for Logan.
Yeah.
No, I loved Jerry Jeudy this year. I said it before. I thought he was going to be a top 12 wide receiver, and Logan gets hurt right away. But
yeah, that's true. We've made it more skill based though, when with the fab and stuff like that.
yeah, like fab decisions,
Donald-
just a bunch of different ways to like do maximize your way of winning. But in the end of the day, you're favoring luck more than anything.
Derek McFadden. So we got a bonus answer to weigh in on here. Ben doesn't know this. Just before, about a couple hours ago, maybe some of you voted on this. I did a little poll on Twitter. What percent football is luck versus skill based? So it was 0 to 25% luck, aka 75 to 100% skill, 25 to 50% luck, 50 to 75% luck, and 75 to 100% luck.
And what did the viewers say?
The viewers, 50%, so the biggest winner was 50 to 75% luck and 25 to 50% skill, which means neither one of us got it right.
I was 75 to 25 luck, right?
Well, yeah, but yeah, I guess you were close. You were on the
I
thing.
hit that pretty right. I think the results are in, and stop the vote.
Yeah, stop the vote. Hashtag stop the vote.
I win.
No, I got to recount. We're doing Brad, can you do the recount for me? Just kidding, dude.
TD McMahon.
Yep.
But yeah, so I think we all know it's a little more luck than that, but hey, we gotta get better to be better, and that's why I'm the best, or something.
Yeah.
All right, the third is just more of a general fantasy football question I have for Jake, not really regarding the league, but I took 3 wide receivers that have either struggled or have quite found their right rhythm yet, and so I went with Allen Robinson, Robert Woods, or Julio Jones. Who do you like the best with the rest of the schedule? And I think I have it's a pretty clear cut one, but I want to hear.
What do you think? You want me to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay, I'm curious.
I think I kind of went into this thinking too. Do you count? I mean, obviously you have to count it, but Julio's hamstring has to count. But I don't think he should be out long. It doesn't seem like he should be out long. But with that, I think you have to put him at 3. And then I think you have to put Allen Robinson 1, just with Justin Fields starting now, especially today they announced he's the starter. He's going to throw the ball deep, and it's probably more variable for him. Like, he could have a boom week or a bust week, but in general, I think he's going to get more reps with Allen Robinson. That'll work. And then Robert Woods, too. I do like Robert Woods' second half of second half, but, coming along, because he's been arguing for who wants more targets, which he should. Sorry, Mark, not everything can go to Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, I agree. I think Cooper Kupp's reign is unsustainable. But
No.
So you went.
I'm at Robinson, Woods, Julio.
Okay. So
If
my
Julio
third.
was healthy, I would probably put him at 1.
My third is also Julio. Injury, but also he hasn't played with Tannehill. He's played 2 games with him, right?
Yeah.
Not much. And then he did something. Was it the first game he had a penalty in the red zone? You tell me what's happening. And then
Well, the first game I can barely watch because Brad doesn't have Wi-Fi.
oh yeah.
Brad, you ripping on Brad.
Brad, you ever heard of fucking Spectrum, buddy? I'll send you their number. And the subsequent games, or maybe it was the second or third, I swear, I was watching it and they were in the red zone and Julio wasn't in, on purpose.
He was hurt.
Oh, was he hurt?
A lot of the Colts game,
Okay.
and then the second game he got overturned for a touchdown. That
They didn't. So they weren't keeping him out of the red
No,
zone on purpose.
no, they're
you
not
don't
trying
think?
to,
Okay.
no.
Well, he did make that one mistake the first game, and Vrabel always just calls people out.
is
So
there
he
a honey
said,
mustard? Extra honey mustard.
"There's this one that I
That's
opened."
fine. I can dip into it. I don't care.
Yeah, I haven't dipped into it yet.
That's
We'll just do single dips.
Single dips, but yeah, right. But
They didn't give us enough sauce. We have 6 sauces here, don't we? No, 7. Where's the regular ranch?
yeah, they forgot.
Let's call and complain.
Tee him up.
Okay, so anyways, my number 3 is also Julio.
Yeah.
My number 2 is Allen Robinson. And the reason why, Allen, you're right, Justin Fields is a starter. But last game, Justin Fields was also the starter, right? Or he played most of the game?
Yeah, he started.
I think he had 3 targets. Mm-hmm. So he had 11, 4, 6, and 3 on targets. But I think Fields has got some. He's just gonna learn. Maybe not that quickly. But what concerns me more is their schedule. Right? They got Las Vegas this week, which their defense I think is coming along pretty well. And then Green Bay, who's got a good defense, though their secondary's banged up. Tampa Bay, San Francisco, Pittsburgh, Baltimore. Like, that's a rough stretch.
That is.
And then it cools off a little bit because you got the rest of the NFC North and Seattle, but I'm worried about his schedule. So to me, the clear-cut one of these guys is Robert Woods. I was high on Robert Woods before the season, and I'm just doubling down.
Mm-hmm.
He has been not good, but I don't know. I think he's going to be fine.
I do too.
And he's on the best offense of all three of those teams by far. Well, sorry, Titans.
Yeah, that's all right.
So, yeah.
That's all right. They lost to the Jets. They don't deserve anything. So that was our third. We're moving on to the next question we have. It's always funny doing this because there's just so many people that look at you. Like, there's some kids to our left. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but they definitely know we're filming something. And they're just hanging out, but I feel kind of like, I feel like a sow. I'm sitting here in a car eating Wendy's talking to a phone.
And there's 6 sauces on the dashboard. 3 sauces on the dashboard.
This is a kind of surprise question for Jake about the league, and you can obviously look at your phone for this. You probably will want to. But I also think there might be an easy, clear-cut decision to this one as well. But where are you ranking the divisions and power rankings? Just the divisions that we have going on right now this year. The Rockies is me, Logan, Corey, Mark. Wendy's is yours. And then the other one, the Mickey's, is David, Eric, Nick, and Alex. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, Alex is in...
Alex is
It's
in
me,
yours.
Alex, Brad, and...
David, Nick,
Nick, Ian, Lobs.
That's right.
I mean, record-wise... First of all, I think that your guys' division is the elite.
Rockies is definitely
the
the
Rockies
worst.
is the worst.
This
I'm
is
sorry,
not the
guys.
Rockies in Waukesha. This is the Rockies that's in Madison on whatchamacallit Street.
Oh, on Region.
Region.
Yes, you're the Rockies on Region right now, dogs. And I mean, honestly, is Corey 1-3? Feels like he shouldn't. Is that Corey?
He scored a lot of points the first week.
Okay. Did he
And then-
lose last week?
Yeah.
I thought he beat. Okay.
And then I've had 2 really shitty weeks as well, but I just had scored a ton in 2 other weeks. So I've had, like, our division is weird.
Yeah, I mean, I think Dogs is gonna, if he starts starting Darnold, which he will.
He did last week.
He did last week, and he's got Dogs. You have 3 quarterbacks on your roster. Wake the fuck up, dude. You do not need 3 quarterbacks. I know you're trying to carry Justin Fields for next year. That's what you're doing. You're trying to keep a keeper. I assume you drafted him.
Did he?
I think he must have, because otherwise, why does he have 3
Yeah.
quarterbacks on his roster?
That's true. When someone else might have dropped Fields, now he just picked him. I don't know.
Dogs, come on, man. I mean, if you're already thinking about next year, and this year's not even a third of the way over, like, come on, dude. And then I guess if you go by record, but not just record, the Wendy's division is second. You know, we're all 2-2, so it's a tight division. I think there's a lot of battles going on there, but you gotta say that the Mickey's division so far is kind of the best. That David is doing well. He's 3-1. He's gotten lucky for sure, but he's doing well. And then just the other 3 teams, Lobs, Ian, and Nick, I think are all pretty solid.
Yeah.
Solid teams. So
That was the division I said was all going over 500 or better.
which is a bold call.
I know, but look at right now. 3-1, 2-2 with the most points, and the other 2 are both over 500 points, which is pretty solid. Just saying. Not saying, just saying.
These new Wendy's fries aren't that bad.
I must say
They're not as
they
good.
are crispier, I think. I think they're crispier.
They are, but they
Because they did redo the Wendy's fries, I guess. I had no fucking clue. I guess, like, is Wendy's even advertising anymore? Like, other than their breakfast stuff? Because, like, this stuff's... I mean, I guess I get why they're not. Honestly, I'm going to lower it down to, like, a 6.5. I'm lowering the burger down.
Why? Because they're not advertising?
No,
for it?
just the taste. I'm not... It's not bad, but I don't think it's even a 7.
Okay.
That's
probably fair.
I honestly think I would rather just get the Dave's Double.
No.
I'm not kidding.
I mean, I like the Dave's Double, too.
Yeah, I think it's
When's
better.
the last time you ordered a Dave's Double?
Well, I don't know, but I think I'd order over this.
I finished mine so fast, so I can't really regret
mean,
it.
like-
Let me get a bite of yours.
Uh-uh.
Do you have any more questions? Because I have a question for you. Let me do my question.
Yeah,
You can
do-
do yours.
yeah, do your
You might need some time to think about yours. Okay, this is a terrible question. And I'll answer it first to give you some time. So what... Or you can. So this year, what is like the craziest like fantasy thought you've had in your head? Like about a trade, about a start, about a waiver wire pickup. Have you had a moment where you were like, wait, what am I thinking? Like
Yeah, but I
absolutely not.
picked up Le'Veon Bell this past week, and I was just like,
No, I'm talking about a thought.
oh yeah, because I did act on that.
Yeah, but it's okay. That could be your one. But if you have a better one, I'll tell you mine if you want to think. Or you tell me Le'Veon Bell.
Well, yeah, that Le'Veon Bell pickup, I was like, well, maybe, but like, it's just like, I was like, I'm never gonna start Mark Ingram,
No, you're not.
which was true.
But he's also doing not that bad. I mean, he's not doing
He was
good.
pretty bad last 3
Oh,
weeks.
was he?
Yeah,
Okay.
he had a good first week. That's why I picked him up, knowing he wasn't gonna be good. But go on, I can probably think of another one.
All right, mine was this Tuesday night, which is when I came up with this question. Let me just add this.
Oh, it almost dropped the nug.
I dropped it into the sauce.
A Sowcast.t if he would have. He didn't. More people looking at us. Logan knows that people just walk by a parking lot like so often. You think you're parked away in a corner, and all of a sudden like 6 people walk by.
I just locked in with eyes with that girl.
All right, so she drove away real quick. So on Tuesday night, I was looking at the waivers. I was looking at quarterbacks, and I was like, maybe I should pick up Daniel Jones and start him over Russell Wilson. Because I was like, well, Russell Wilson's playing the Rams, the best defense in the league, and I think maybe Tyler Lockett's still hurt.
Yeah.
And I was like, Daniel Jones, he's been killing it. He can run. And I was like, no, absolutely not. What am I talking about? You can't start Daniel Jones over Russell, even against the Rams, right? Like,
Yeah, do you masturbate and then come like I think a little clearer?
yeah, it was just like, I mean, obviously he's not as good as the guy on Arizona anymore, but I mean that they just tore LA's defense up. So they're not but they can move the ball around. They have more targets. The Seahawks don't have as good receivers. But anyways, that was my crazy thought of the season.
I'm trying to think of any crazy thoughts. I don't know. Like I mean, like I said, the Le'Veon Bell thing is really just in my head of what a dumb idea that was. I gotta do it.
That counts. That counts.
There's gotta be someone else that was like, maybe I should pick him up early. But I feel like all those dumb things I do, I act on usually. Like,
Don't tell Vic that.
yeah, not that it's all hindsight, but like drafting George Kittle second was such a wild thought, just like that quickly. But I like the idea of that, and I haven't gotten him to be what I wanted him to be.
That was a wild play.
I mean, no, he was never going to come back to me, but
No.
it was one of those just, I really wanted the number 2 tight end, I thought.
Why
2
pick-
or 3.
Why pick Kittle in the second when you can auto pick Hawkinson in the fifth?
Well, I couldn't auto pick in the 5th because I had Antonio Gibson, so sadly.
True.
Sadly, I couldn't do that. You know what's more sad is I'm coming to the end of my meal, actually.
I know.
Goes back to the sweet and sour here. I mean, everything else is classic Wendy's good. I got one more thing, Jake, for you.
Okay.
This is kind of something I'll do with you. Is I'm gonna let's look at it back here. This is Logan's prediction sheet, which so far he is wrong, right. So you're 2-2 so far, Logan. You had New Orleans win, no. Detroit win, yes. San Fran loss, no. Pittsburgh win, yes. So,
Are you done with these sauces up here?
yeah, sure. Leave the honey. One of the honey mustards is up there. I got one more nug. Do I have a pen in here? I thought I did.
I have a pen in my pocket.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be all nice and greasy after I use it.
No.
Yeah, clean hands, baby. All right. So now from here on out, Jake, I'm gonna get yours. So Logan had them at 14-3. They are obviously right now 3-1. So from here on out, we obviously have this week at Cincinnati.
Win.
I'll put your on there here. Win. We have at Chicago.
At Chicago?
Yeah.
Win.
Versus Washington.
Win.
At Arizona.
Loss.
At Kansas City.
Loss.
That one, Logan predicted the score was 50-48 that they lost. Or they win 50-48. That's a hell of a score. Over under at 98. All right. Versus Seattle.
In Green Bay.
In Green Bay.
Win.
At Minnesota.
Loss.
Versus Los Angeles Rams.
In Green Bay.
Yep.
That's a win.
Bye week.
That's a win.
Versus Chicago, so at home.
Win. Giving a lot of wins here.
At Baltimore.
Loss. We can't stop running quarterbacks. We've never been able to.
Versus Cleveland at home.
I'm only doing terrible. That's gonna be a big win. That's gonna be a big win for the Packers.
Minnesota at home.
Win.
Detroit on the road.
Win.
All right. So you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you have them at 11 and 6 for Jake. All right. So
That seems
Logan
wild,
have at
yeah.
14 and 3.
I mean, that would be great, but that seems pretty wishful. 14-3.
Yeah.
You know how hard is he? To get
So the
14
only
wins
losses
in
he
the
had was San Fran. So he's missed that one, but he got the New Orleans one wrong. So then he had versus Washington was a loss.
That was before the season started, right?
Yeah, and
And
then-
Washington sucks ass now.
And then Baltimore, he had a loss as well. So yeah. So now Jake has the Packers at 11 and 6 this year. You heard it here first from Jake, but Logan, you heard it from first a couple weeks back. But yeah, that's about
What
all.
about yours?
Mine had a weird schedule because remember if you watched, I forget remember, but like I printed out accidentally last year's schedule, so it's like you have to like look it up.
That's fine.
You want to do it? Want to do it for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to pick up the schedule?
Yeah, just go look at the schedule and then start it back up when, obviously at this point, I'm at 12 and 5, and oh my god, am I not liking that prediction?
What are they? They're 2-2 right now.
Yeah, they're 2 and 2 and look like they're a 1 and 3 team.
Yeah, I just lost to the Jets. Too.
I think they've only played 2 good halves of football in 4 games.
They're still 2-2 at least.
I know, but that's not great, Bob.
Where do they play?
They play in Tennessee.
Yeah. I don't. This is too. Okay. Wait. So you're just. Where's that pen?
Right.
So you just. This is not the right schedule,
No.
but the
So we're
wins
each-
and losses are right.
Yeah. So just read off.
Okay. So you predicting they'd be. You predicted that they would be 3-1 right now, and they're 2-2, right?
And the Jets was the fucking one I got wrong.
Okay. Jets. Oh, there you lost them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Week 5 at Jacksonville.
Win.
And so this is a loss. Loss. No. LW. You said win at Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Versus the Bills.
Oh my god, that's a loss. And you can count Kansas City as a loss next week too.
Okay. And at Colts.
Win.
At Rams.
Loss.
Versus Saints.
I'm gonna go win.
Okay. Versus Texans.
Win.
At Patriots.
I'm gonna go loss.
Okay.
I like Mac Jones. I feel like he's pretty solid.
He's been playing well. Versus the Jaguars.
Win.
Alright, where's their bye week or whatever?
It's like week 13 or something.
Oh, here we go. Win. And then, what did I just say? The Jaguars?
Yeah.
Versus the Jaguars win At Steelers.
Win. I don't think Big Ben will be playing by then.
Versus that was at the Steelers though.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
Versus the 49ers.
Actually, give me a loss in that one.
The Pittsburgh one?
Yeah, their line's gonna just destroy us. Our D line, or their D line's gonna destroy our O line. So loss in Steelers.
49ers.
Loss.
Dolphins.
Win.
At Texans.
Win.
Okay. I've messed this all up, but you had some inconsistencies here. You said that they were gonna win versus the 49ers last time.
That's before our offensive line looks like the biggest piece of shit
Now
I've ever
you're
seen.
predicting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So 9 and 8.
Sorry, 9 and let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3,
Should be
4,
8.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yep.
Mitch, that could be good enough to win the AFC South, so we'll take it.
Okay, well,
Went from a 12-win team to a 9-win. So 3. That's a little. But honestly, with the way they played,
but they could get better.
they could.
They also have the king.
Their offensive line is also that's the problem. He's played unbelievable, and they fucking still. Oh, whatever. Who cares? This isn't a Titans podcast. This is the Sowcast. Thanks for watching again. To all of you who do watch, all 13 of you, I appreciate you. I love you. Jake, anything else you want to say?
Who's the 13th?
Joe Wilgus.